What is up, guys? Probably isn't going to be a long live stream. This is the eight-legged freak challenge. Anyway, this isn't really a challenge. This isn't more of a comedic factor. I just really wanted to show you guys how docile this animal actually is. She's just sitting on my face right now. A lot of people would panic. In fact, today I managed to get my mom to hold her, which my mom has held this pink toe in the past. She is the only tarantula that I will willingly let anybody hold. Granted, no one's in the live yet, but I'd figure since more than likely I'll be uploading this as a video anyway, you guys can get to check it out. But you see, all she wants to do is get into the dark. This is my big female pink toe, the really monstrous one that I have. Um, I got my mom to hold her today. I got my buddy Eddie to hold her. I got my sister's boyfriend to hold her. And I even got my sister's boyfriend and my buddy Eddie to put her on their face. And to me, it's more of a learning curve and a life experience when it comes to doing something like this with a tarantula on your face, because most people give them such a bad rap. Most people see them as vicious, evil, nasty, dirty insects that just want to bite. And as you can clearly see, this isn't the case. She does have a leg up, which is kind of funny. But all she's doing is she's just sitting up here in the dark, which is kind of funny because tarantulas are pretty much blind. They have that's cool. They have very poor eyesight. So we've got to watch her. She's really jumpy ever since she molted. Also, I have another multi Venezuelan sun tiger has molted. It is now probably like close to 3 inches. Come here. Oh, don't run. There you go. But yeah, I just kind of did this also because apparently live stream got updated. So I wanted to see the picture quality and it looks the same. Now we got some sort of little irritation breaking out here. I think that's from the Regalis earlier. I let her walk on me, and I'm not doing that again. He is absolutely freaking crazy. Um, it's just awesome. That's all it is, just freaking awesome. I gotta pee so bad now. As soon as I start doing live. But just a few seconds before I started doing live, she pooped. Shot it like 3 feet that way. It's pretty cool. But yeah. I got a new setup here for the animals. I built a frame. I'm currently in the process of building another frame. As you guys saw from the, you guys may have seen, if you haven't, go check it out. The new build, new molts and more video. I built that little box thing for everybody, and now I have it set up in the back. I just went out to a house, a couple houses down from me. They were throwing out a bunch of old drawers and stuff. And since this is what I used to create the first rack with, I decided to go over there. Asked them if I could take them, if I could have them. They told me yes, they're trash anyway. And I took the dresser along with it because I'm going to build the dresser into a terrarium at some point. And I took the drawers. I'm going to be building another shelf very, very shortly. So this is also the fun part, guys. Doing live is a lot more difficult than actually doing a video. And no, I saw that coming. The reason I say that is because if I mess up, you guys, if you're watching, you'll see it. As of right now, no one's here, so I could say absolutely anything, and no one would care. Still, it's not zooming. It's not loading like it's supposed to. I mean, that's a big freaking pink toe. Can we all agree that's a pretty monster pink toe here? That's so cool. But yeah, so with her, she's not inclined to bite whatsoever. Um, it's amazing. Like I said, I would let anybody hold her. She's that kind of spider to me. And as you can see, just because she's an insect doesn't mean she's aggressive or stupid. These things are actually very intelligent animals. Um, Granted, they don't use a whole lot of their brain, which I don't even know if they have a brain. I mean, not everything has to have a brain, so we're just gonna kind of don't freak out. I'm just gonna close her in here, calm her down for a second, because I don't want to run off too much. And what she'll do is she will literally just turn into a ball. And if I put my hands back over, she'll close up because she feels secure. Forgot what I was talking about, and that's another issue with me making YouTube videos, is I always forget what I'm talking about. But she is very gentle, very sweet. Oh yeah, brains. Do spiders have like an actual like brain, or is it freaking fruit fly? It's not even a fruit fly. That's weird. It's like one of those little leaf hoppers. Huh. But I mean, I know they would have to have some sort of brain, but it's not like a person brain. So what does a spider brain look like? I've never looked that up. I feel like it would just look like a long tube. And I don't know if it would be located in the head or in the abdomen, because all the organs are in the abdomen. There's only like tubes that run up to the front to actually drink water and, inject venom and things like that, which are the venoms in the face anyway. But it's just weird. It's just weird. So, yeah, this is just a quick little video here. I'm kind of just jacking around here. Um, Anyway, the challenge is only if you feel like it and only if you're comfortable with it. I wouldn't even call it a challenge. I call it a bucket list item. I mean, everybody who has a fear of spiders or a fear of anything needs to confront that fear at some point. My only fear, my only like real fear that I have is actually being eaten by a giant spider. That's my only fear. And it is a very unrealistic fear because this isn't the movie Eight-Legged Freaks or Arachnophobia where this little girl could eat me. A freaking 500 of these things couldn't eat you if they wanted to. She's gonna squeeze that little hole. Look at that. That's so cute. So I mean, yeah, I really want to get this girl bred though. I really do. I need to get me a male. I need to post online and see if anybody has a mature male they're willing to loan or sell. Which males they don't live long. Females are where the money's at, so a lot of people are very willing to give their males away or sell them. I just haven't been able to find one. I did find that guy who does the expos, and he fucking forgot that one in the male Alpha Pelmo Samani, which I might be selling those to. I have a guy, he already has one. It's already a boy, which I might trick him and see if I can borrow it instead of selling. The only issue I'm having is Alpha Palmo Samani. They have anywhere from 800 to 1,000 babies. What the fuck am I gonna do with 2,000 tarantulas? I mean, I give them away. $5 a piece. I'm pretty sure I can make close to 5 times 2,000. Close to $10,000 at $5 a piece, I do believe, if my math is correct here, which I don't think it is. Or is it? I'm just gonna do 5 times 2,000. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10,000. So maybe I make $10,000. If that's the case, I'm gonna keep them. Ow! Watch your claws, turd. What the hell? Cool thing about spiders, though, is right here in their little pink toes. They've got hooks that come out. There's 2 of them. They grab in. They lock like fish hooks. But as you can see, I'm moving her around. She's getting just a little bit agitated, but nothing too crazy. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna put her up, guys. I'm going to end the live here just for the hell of it. I'm just testing it anyway. Of course, Edward Tindall and them did a test today, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to try to follow that up. So I'm not really testing. I just kind of want to see what it looked like. And plus, all the lives that I've done on here, man, it's just been those stupid challenges with those absolute morons, which are going to be no longer in any of the videos, thankfully. So I just wanted to see if anybody was even on to see this. Apparently not. So lesson learned. I'm going to be starting a upload schedule here soon on videos I'm going to upload. The reason I call it Random Adventures, the channel name, is because I upload sporadically and basically randomly. I don't ever really choose what I'm going to upload. I'm like, I make a video and I'm like, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning, let's upload it. Or save it till tomorrow around 2. So I think what I might start doing is actually giving times during the day in between uploads. So pretty much anywhere from 1 to 2 o'clock. I'm just going to go 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock at night, and then I'll probably upload a video. Somewhere in between that. So just stay ready. If you guys want to keep up with the channel, hit the notification bell down below. If you guys really want to see more, I've got a lot of animals. I've got some really cool animals coming here in the future. I've got a couple coming very shortly. One I'm really freaking excited about. I should be getting a 4-foot female red-tailed boa. She's Anery Motley, 60% het for albino. Absolutely stunning, voracious. She has stripes and lines and circles. She's fucking gorgeous. And the other one, I already have a female lined up along with this one, is a male albino Burmese python. He is 9 feet long. Absolutely 100% het for albino. He's also, he's 100% het for albino from what the guy said. He's 60% het for Motley, and he's like 5% het for Anery. Which, no, not Anery. What is it? They're known for it. They're concrete. No. Marble. No. It's a type of rock, and it's Burmese python. Not a rock python, but it's a Burmese python morph. Granite, het for it's like 20% het for granite. So I mean, this dude looks nice. The female is an absolute monster case. She's like 11 to 12 feet long. I want these snakes, guys, because one, as you guys know, I am a huge avid lover of reptiles, man. I mean, Steve Irwin, that was the only person as a kid I grew up watching until I was about 7, 8 years old when he died. Let me see, he died 2006, 95, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was 5 years old in 2000. So I was 10, 11 years old when Steve Irwin died. If my math is correct, which it should be. I don't know why I had to think about that either. So, I mean, he's been an idol and an icon of mine. My parents have been there. When it comes to most of this stuff at the time, my parents were kind of both afraid. I wouldn't call it afraid. They were skittish around reptiles. And watching Steve Irwin, I could see reptiles and I could see the passion, the love that he had for these animals. So, hello, the one viewer who just popped in after 11 minutes. You just missed a spider and everything on my face. I'll be uploading this video anyway, so. One thing I don't like, though, about the live streams is they need to update it to where we can have, like, an ability. Hello, Jess. We really need to have an ability on here to where, like, we can pop up with someone who's in the comments, click on them, video call them, and by the name, it should give us an option as to, close or block. Like, if they're being really stupid or they're doing something provocative, hit the X button or block them. I mean, that would be really cool, because just standing here and trying to read comments that don't really pop through as I don't know how to put this. They don't really pop through as easily as they should. A lot of times you have to touch the screen to make them pop through. So, I mean, it's just weird. Um, she's back in her burrow. I'm not going to pull her out again. She's going to freaking get all uppy and sad and stuff. Yeah, you just missed Tarantula. I had her out for a while for the good, 9 minutes of the video. And then the rest of the time I've been babbling about animals I'm going to be getting for the channel very shortly. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. At least on my end, it's pretty cool. Most people are like, oh, it's a snake. Oh, okay. My blow dart just broke. Come here, bitch. So. There were 4 of these up there. What the heck happened? Oh, it's right there. But yeah, just to kind of fill you in, 3 of the animals I should be getting very shortly. Probably by the end of this month, is going to be a female red-tailed boa. She is 4 feet long. She's an Anery Motley, 60% het for albino. The other one is a 9-foot male albino Burmese python, 100% het for albino. And it is, I think it's something het for granite. I just said it and I can't remember. And it's granite and Motley is what it's het for. And then the female, she's just 100% just solid. There's nothing else. She's a pure breed Burmese python, and she is a marble Burmese python. So I don't know if marbles are the pure breed, or if just them in general are. I don't know. I've never looked that up. I've never had anybody tell me either. But these are just common. So this is the common species you find in the wild, or is this a common in the pet trade that you can just buy? There's nothing wrong with snakes. I mean, come on. Have you been on the channel long at all? Have you not seen the collection I have amassed in the last few months of reptiles and tarantulas? And if you've been here longer, like the beginning of the year, I had like 36 different tarantulas. I've died the collection down just due to cost, finances, and bills and things like that. And that's the main reason I spent the money on them like I did. I had like $2,000 worth of tarantulas. It was nuts. And just as of right now, the only tarantulas I really have are my 2 Alpha Palmasomanes. Oh, you've seen some of them. You ain't been on the channel long, man. You ain't seen all of them. I've got the 2 mature female Alpha Palmasomanes, aka the Costa Rican zebras, aka striped knees. I've got my green bottle blue, my juvenile. I've got my pink toe, mature female pink toe. I've got my mature male regalis. I've got my other juvenile pink toe. Oh, I've got the P. Metallica. I've got jumping spiders. And what's the other one? A Caribbean versicolor. And I'm missing something. I'm always missing a spider. Every time I try to talk about it, I miss a spider. Oh, well, there was the death of the OBT male. And then the male striped knee. And then, sadly, I just had another death in the collection of one of my pink toes. Which he had gotten sick. And, yeah, he started I think he had DKS from his last molt. He wasn't doing right. And he's the one that I confirmed to be a mature male. So what kind of tarantulas do you have? Since you're the only person on here and I've ran out of stuff to talk about. What kind of tarantulas and jumpings do you have? Are they, you know, the jumpings are regal jumping spiders? I know those are the most common right now. They get pretty big. We have those here in Indiana. They're pretty cool looking little things. I've just got... You have a mourning gecko. I've never had one of them. How easy are they to take care of, like, personally? Yeah, I actually sadly, my mature male regal jumping spider just passed away this morning. I managed to get my hands on this little fella right here, who is going to be transferred into this tank, which I might actually do now. I'm not certain what he is. He's gray. There's so many different species here in Indiana, it's actually hard to keep track of. But yes, I know what you mean by the character. They're always... I like a... This might be the easiest rehouse in the world if I can get this quick enough. Check that out. That was cool. He's got like spikes on top of his head. That's epic. I find regals here all the time. Males are so common, but the females are the only issue that I have to find. I found females like crazy in the past, but just as of recent, the last couple of years, the regal jumping spider population, female-wise, has dropped. Yeah, he's got 4 spikes on top of his head, right above his eyes. I just looked at him as he was falling. That's why I kind of froze with him for a second. I was looking at him. I don't know the species. You might know it, though. If you do, let me know. But yeah, he has 4 little black spikes. They're straight on the bridge of his head, and they're absolutely stunning looking. Speaking of spiders, of true spiders, you can't see. Look, there's a baby right there. It's a baby woodlouse hunter. My female had an egg sac about, well, not an egg sac really. The thing is, this is weird with these guys, is she didn't like lay egg sac, but escaped to freedom. So they got out, or you let them go. And hello, second viewer. Welcome to the live. You've missed it. I've talked so far about the new snakes I'll be getting here in the next couple of weeks to a month. And I had a spider on my face at the beginning of the video. And I talked about how spiders are cool, and then Steve Irwin and all kinds of other crap. And now we're talking about regal jumping spiders and other things. I'm about to look that up before. I've seen that picture on Instagram now that I think about it. Little gray jumping spiders. And they got the spikes on top of their heads, but I can't remember the name of them. That's going to drive me nuts now. The problem is there's common names and there's Latin names. And if you learn the Latin, you have trouble finding the common, which doesn't make sense, but it's true. At least in my book it is. Because I'll learn Latin names and I'm like, what the hell does this mean? What is the English version of this? What is the easy version? Because a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? It's annoying, actually, to be honest with you, sometimes with the Latin names. I can't remember all of them. I really can't. It's a lot of them are just, they're mouthfuls. Like, Eon ornamental, it's P. regalis. You know, it's simple. I really want a rufilata. I've never heard of a ladybug spider. They eat ladybugs? That's a real question. I mean, if it's named after something, you'd figure that's what its food supply would be. I wonder if I can actually get the female pinto out again. See if she's not too tired of my bull. Come here. Come on. She'll be getting her rehouse soon. I'm actually going to build her an acrylic tank once I get back to work. Which, thankfully, I have a job interview Monday back at Walmart, so... I know the job, I know the place, I know how to work it, and I can run circles around just about anybody I work with, so... The only confirmed person to work at the Walmart I did in Beech Grove and be able to do 10 to 15 miles a day in movements. And that's not including my 1 hour lunch break. That's just a straight 9-hour shift without the lunch break. Look at her. Look how cute she is. I don't like the lighting. The lighting just doesn't reflect her the way. Don't jump. She's absolutely gorgeous. I want to breed her so bad. I gotta fatten her up though. She's got a little skinny butt on her still. She's molted though, so she molted about 2 weeks ago now, I do believe. Don't jump. Don't do it. High five. High five. Nah, you're scared. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. No. I stopped you playing, didn't I? Alright. After she molted, she became so jumpy. Yes, a lot. You clearly have not been on the channel very long. I've been bit by my green bottle blue. I've been tagged by my regalas. I have been bit by a pink toe. I've been bit by the striped knees. I tend to handle things that don't want to be handled. It's kind of stupid at the same time. I've been bit by the giant. I've been bit by a giant centipede during a video that I made. I've been bit by countless snakes. Um, what else have I been bit by? What do I have that bit me that I no longer have? I can't think of them. It's sad. I had all these spiders, and I can't remember half of them I had. Oh, I've been bit by my venom. I've been bit by literally every animal that I own, depending on the species, depending on the reptile or the tarantula or snake. Some of them are very aggressive, some are docile, and some just don't want to be messed with on certain days. So occasionally I get tagged. Yes, yes. The video where I got bit. She was in the video. I explained, she was half dead. This was probably gonna be the only opportunity I could ever have to make a close video with her. And yeah, I ended up getting tagged by her, even though she was sick. And turns out, once she passed away, about 3 to 4 days later, I did an autopsy on her, and turns out that she had a blockage in her system, and that's why she wasn't eating. Even though she did eat a little, it didn't process through because she couldn't use the bathroom. And I was wondering why there was nothing in the bottom of the tank, and sadly that was a $50 insect down the drain. But I mean that's the breaks when you rescue something from Uncle Bill's and they fed it all the wrong things and they didn't feed it proper. But yeah, I think that video is close to 100,000 views. I think I'm at like 80 or 90,000 views in that video. So I mean that's an up there video. I think in one night I got like 30,000 views, and that I was viral for about 10 minutes, from what it told me, because I went and I was on like number 11 on viral. So hey, but it's because it just escalated so quickly. It was weird. Like my phone blew up. I had like 3,000 comments in about 5 minutes, and some of them were good and some of them were bad. And of course, you have the people out here who think they know what they're talking about and they have no clue. Like me, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't even. Why are you even subscribed? I'm an idiot. Leave. Just unsubscribe. This is not an educational channel, apparently. People think I'm stupid on here, but yeah, look at that. That'd be a killer tattoo. Tell me that would not be. I'm not telling you to watch them now. That'd be an epic little tattoo, though. I mean, that is stunning right there. I love that pose. She's so slow and methodical when she walks. It's absolutely stunning. Where are you going? You're not running down my back again. I'm not spending 10 minutes trying to chase you. So what kind of tarantulas do you have? Quit drumming. There's no males. I need to get you a male, though. I need to breed you. Come on. Get back in here. Calm down. Yeah, you're good. Don't jump. Not happening. Where do you even want to go? To the TV might be one? Probably. Alright, come on. Oh, chill. You know where to go. Get back in there. Oh, now you're gonna fight me. She don't want to go back. You have a Balfour? That is not fair. Get out of my dresser. What are you doing? This is why I leave the drawers open. Get in there, turd. Get in there. Good girl. There we go. Let's live. Yeah. Okay, apparently I can keep all messages visible up instead of having to wait for them. GBB, Caribbean Versicolor, Balfour, and you forgot the other one. Well, I've got a GBB. I've got a Caribbean Versicolor. I do not have a Balfour, so lucky. Come here a little bit. You got the biggest tank of anybody. There's my little girl. Absolutely gorgeous. Hoping it's a girl. Look at the size of that booty. Jesus, that is a fat butt. She's not webbing as much as she usually does, though, so that's kind of got me a little worried. But I think she's just being lazy and fat right now. But, I mean, these guys do web up quite a bit, and that's the main reason. Oh, she's little. She's little bitty still. When I got her, she was the straight sling, and it's only been like 6 months that I've had her. So I mean, she's grown really quickly. And a lot of people are telling me that it takes 2 years for them to reach full-on maturity female, which I don't know how well I believe. I do have a guy at a local business where I get all my rodents from, all my frozen thawed rodents. It's called the Indie Mouse Supplier, or Hoosier Indie Mouse Supplier. I can't remember where they're located. I can never remember the name. Yeah, he's got a bunch of tarantulas that he buys from Mostly Reptiles. So if you're in Indiana or you want a good source to order from, I recommend Mostly Reptiles on Facebook. They go to all the local shows. They do really good business. That's why I pretty much bought most of my tarantulas from the show. From them at the shows. Over $1,000 though was online at Underground Reptiles, which people give them a bad rap, but I never had one single real issue with them. Customer service was always on point. No one ever gave me an attitude, and they were always happy to help when I called. But yeah, he's got probably about 20 plus tarantulas. He's got P Metallicas. He's got green bottle blues, and he has one green bottle blue female. He's like, yeah, that's a big boy, isn't it? I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's no pedipalps, and there's no tibial hooks, and it's fat bodied and stockied and like 6 inches long. And I'm like, dude, you have a female. He's like, yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I wasn't sure. I'm just like, you didn't look it up, did you? You didn't call the people you got her from, did you? Well, I've had her for like 2 years. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, a male's mature in like a year. So, I don't know. I think personally with some of the terrain... What the hell was that? See, those are really cool pairings to do. I've tried in the past to no success whatsoever. It's a lot more difficult than you think. Well, than anybody really thinks. People think, oh, you put two spiders together and they breed. No, because jumping spiders, they have a dance about them. And if the male doesn't cut the dance, yeah, they can lose a leg or lose their life. Exactly. I mean, I feel bad, and I'm actually glad that I was born a person and not a spider. I mean, you'd figure if you sit back and think of how evolution is, it's always to better, the generations. So if you have a strong virile male, why would you just want it to die the first time it breeds and just waste those genetics? I mean, granted, there's going to be hundreds of babies after that, and all those are going to continue on the genetics. But I mean, you figured you want them to get, hey, hello. You'd figured you would want them to actually, be able to breed more than one female. Which, I mean, I have seen plenty of tarantulas that have been able to breed multiple females and survived. I personally haven't bred any, which is really annoying. I've had so many tarantulas, and currently I have 2 mature females of the Alphalopelma samani. I have a mature male Regalis, and I have a mature male pink toe, a mature female pink toe. And the only male I've ever had was the male OBT that sadly passed away due to old age, and the the molting close to mature, it would have been his mature molt, Alpha Palma Samani. So every chance I get to breed, I just get railroaded with, and it's really upsetting. But reptile breeding should be going off without a hitch here next year. I will be getting that red tail, and the two Burmese pythons. So those are gonna be cool, and they are a confirmed breeding pair. The Burmese are. Also, I've got the bearded dragons that I wanted to breed, and oh, you should be excited for me. You guys should be excited for the videos. That's exactly what you guys should be excited for, because I mean, the video quality of my channel has went from absolute garbage to okay to at one point where it was, in my opinion, it was really good. And then my phone did an update, and now I'm no longer compatible with my editor. I'm still here, let's put it that way. I'm feeling a little bit better, but yeah, I might explain it in this video what the hell's going on with me. I'm not dying from anything serious or anything, but I mean I am having some severe health issues that need to be fixed, and I need to lose a lot of fucking weight very quickly. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be rough. So that's why I'm actually glad I'm getting back to work at Walmart. Hopefully, I have a job interview Monday, which I cleared everything the first time. They know how I work. I'm an excellent worker. I just had a problem with my attendance, which wasn't even my fault really, which is the funny part. It was actually a couple of employees that were there with me. So I got pretty much railroaded by my department manager, who absolutely hated me because I didn't take her shit. Yeah, so it was pretty rough, but once I get all this back up, I'll be losing the weight like I was at Walmart. Because when I worked at Walmart, I went from 262 pounds, it was like 250, 260. Yeah, I'll be working Cap Team 2, which is unloading the trucks, which if your brother works there, you obviously know if he's told you that already. Yeah, I went from 250 to 262, and that was at the beginning when I first started, January 1st. But by the time, what is it? June 16th rolled around, I weighed a whopping 220 pounds. I was walking 10 to 15 miles in a day. I never stopped moving. And I worked my ass off. I ran 4 or 5 different departments on my own, from 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. I ran toys, which was my main department. Then I ran sporting goods. I ran automotive, and I ran lawn and garden before they closed. Mostly I was at pets and sporting goods, and I also had to do crafts. And I was the only person on that entire side of the building that could help people, and I had to keep that every freaking area cleaned because it was part of, what I told them I would do. So basically what I did is I threw myself under the bus, and I gave myself so much work that to a point it actually really, it put me up there higher in the status of employees because of the way I work. I had really great work ethic. My managers even saw it, like they hadn't even ever done that like that themselves. So they were really like, I wouldn't say they're proud, but they were impressed. There's a word. It's getting late and my brain's not working. Yes, it really is. And that's the thing. This whole crap with this body positive movement and women out here going, we're healthy at any size, and men are doing it too. And the sad reality is no, you're not. You may be healthy, as in medically healthy, but let me tell you something. I've never come across a big person who didn't have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, the chance of diabetes. My mom is diabetic. There is a 60% chance that I will become diabetic by the time I'm 25. I'm 23. And I have high blood pressure. I have, what is it? That shit in your heart. What is it? Come on, help me out here. What is that stuff? Not cartilage. Cholesterol. I have high cholesterol. And the problem is, I'm very active. I don't hardly eat anything. And I think that might be the issue, is I'm not eating enough. Because 3 years ago, I could sit down Hey, lucky you. I'm still 22 technically, but another month from now I'll be 23. So I always count myself older whenever I talk about myself, just because I'm getting myself in that mindset. Because when I hit 19, I was like, yeah, I'm still 18, woo! And that was like 2 months after my birthday, and my brain just didn't click that I was older than I was a year older. Uh, it's really not. And the issue is I'm at a point where every time that I eat, I can't do anything after. If I do, I become winded, I become breathless, and it's ridiculous, and I hate it. And that's, the video where I was telling everybody about what was wrong with me. I was suffering from that. I hadn't eaten, but I couldn't breathe. I was having issues. My whole body was wanting to shut down. I ended up going to bed, and I stayed in bed for like 18 hours, I do believe. And then there was the occasion where I'd wake up, look at the channel, comment to someone, and I'd roll back out or go to the bathroom. I was down, and it's taking its toll on me now, even worse than it was then. I haven't been getting out of bed till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's a serious issue for me because I don't like sleeping late. We spend so much time sleeping, we lose so much of our life just to sleep. We lose over half of our life to just sleeping. So I mean that's kind of why I tend to stay up at night, and I go a week at a time without sleep, and which is really dumb, and don't do it. Just if you don't do it, trust me, it's terrible. But I don't like missing things, and when I go to sleep I dream and I don't want to wake up, and it's kind of comical because my dreams are real, they're vivid dreams, and they're fascinating, they really are. They change so much, and I wake up and go, oh my god, that was awesome, where's the snake? Oh wait, that was a dream. I have such weird dreams. It's like a YouTube video going off in my head. But I mean, I'm overweight. I mean that I mean it could be worse. I mean, at one point in my life I was 365 pounds. I'm just gonna say 360. I was huge. I was a fucking balloon, and I was unhealthy. I was fat. I was lazy. All I ever wanted to do was lay down and sleep. I could never leave the fucking house because I was afraid of how people looked at me. Now I'm older, I give two shits what people think of me, but at the same time, I know I need to fix myself because this is not healthy. I'm 6'2", I'm 200, and I'm like 240, 250, and to me that's still too much. I've been fighting weight for years, and it's even gone to the point where I purposely quit losing weight. I quit working out so I'd stop gaining weight and make my brain relapse into going, dumbass, now it's just fat you gotta lose. I mean, I went from a point where I was bench pressing 360 freaking pounds, deadlifting over 500, and I could pick up anything. I was huge. I had arms, I had 21-inch arms. I was a freaking monster. And then one day I snapped. And I'm like, I gotta stop this because I keep gaining weight. I can't figure out body mass versus body weight, and it's driving me nuts. And not to mention, I busted my back pretty bad, and I tore out my shoulder doing a heavy bench, which was an idiot. And I messed up, and the bar kind of, and all the weight took off to the left, and just blew my shoulder out. So I don't work out alone. But I mean, I've got to get back there. I've got to get back to a small weight. I'm tired of being big. Granted, being big has its advantages. People tend to shut up whenever you get loud. People tend not to mess with you. Other than the fact that less than or a little over a week ago, I got jumped 4 blocks from my house and managed to get away. And that's not the first time I've been jumped. I've been actually jumped 3 times since I moved to the city. That makes number 4. Um, it's rough. Let's put it that way. But I mean, my size has an advantage. I can use my weight against people, and people they can't handle it. You got someone who weighs 100 pounds, they shift their weight. They got 100 pounds. Anybody can move 100 pounds. You got someone like me who weighs 240, 250. I shift my weight. You can't stop that unless you're a freaking bodybuilder or a power lifter. It's supposed to stay up permanently. I live in Indiana. And I know I could gain weight and lose weight, but at the same time, after I blew my shoulder out, I couldn't lift anymore. I couldn't get out, and I couldn't do the exercise, and I really lost faith in it at that point. It's so bad. My weight bench it's been become a storage room, and I hate it because I love to lift weights. I mean, I used to just fuck around and, hey, what's up, man? You in Texas? Lucky. Warm weather and a lot of cool animals down there. Um, I mean, I love to lift weights. I loved being strong. I'm still strong as hell. Don't get me wrong. I can do things most people can't. But back when I was lifting weights, I could do things people only wish they could do. I mean, I had an Explorer. I picked up the ass in the Explorer. I've done the same thing with the rodeo that I had, the Jeep rodeo thing. I mean, I can push anything, I can pull anything, and I can pick up just about anything, but I can't do what I used to do. And it's all been mentally fucking me. And along with health now, it's getting worse. And I mean, I'm not getting any younger. And you know, when you're younger, you can lose weight like that. It's simple. But when you get older, it gets harder and harder and harder. And I'm slowly seeing it get rougher and rougher on me. So, I mean, if I don't do something about my weight now, um, I might not be walking in 20 years. I might not have legs in 20 years due to diabetes. I can end up with heart disease. For some strange reason, I can end up with cancer, which you can end up with cancer at any size, but there's a higher chance in heavy people of heart disease and high cholesterol and high blood pressure and heart attacks and strokes. It's like 75% increased. And I'm not talking about, oh, you're 10 pounds overweight, you're not obese, you're just heavy. I'm talking about if you're like me and you're 40, 50 pounds over what you're supposed to be at your size. And it's not something I want to look forward to, or deal with. And watching my mom go through her diabetic shit right now, it's rough because I see the hell she has to go through, and she's been doing this for like 15, 20 years now. 14, 15 years now. And, you know, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to see anybody go through it, let alone my mom. So, I mean, I know the hell she has to go through with the shots and the insulin and the regular sleeping with the fucking, you know, leg issues, and she has a hell. It's hell with her. And I don't want to experience that. I see the pain it puts her in, and I know she's stronger than I am because I'd be crying like a little bitch half the time when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, it looks bad. But, I mean, I gotta change. But, anyway, I gotta change topic now before I get all emotional and shit, which I'm not gonna get emotional. I don't give a shit. What'd you say? Oh, go away with your stupid ass. I can deal with snakes and bugs, but I like watching, but I like some lizards and such. Oh, you can't deal with snakes. Why not? What's wrong with a snake? You live in Texas. What do you got to worry about snake-wise? Dubious. Hissing cockroach. Who's going to get pissy? This is one of my male hissing cockroaches, my Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Look at the spikes on the legs, though. Oh, you can't see them very well. You gonna make noise? I have a mute cockroach. Holy crap. Contrary to popular belief, not only the males make noise, the females are notorious for making noise. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on, you guys you'll be running through here and bump into each other and hiss. There we go. Come on. But you can distinguish the males from the females. The males are very scrawny bodied. The females are absolutely fat. They look like just a blob. The females also hiss. It is very rare, though, that I have heard the females hiss. Only one of my females hisses, but females will hiss, too. But the males, you can identify them very easily. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Jeez Louise, chill. By the horns on top of their head and the pit they have right here. And what the males do is they lay their heads together and they actually push each other. And it's actually really cool to watch. And the whole time they're hissing. There we go. Get your butt down. Look, in here, he's hissing, just for no reason. But, both of my females are gravid, and, yeah. If you ever saw the first Men in Black movie, this is what those are. The thing Will was stepping on, those are Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Yeah, they do serve a purpose, man. People be getting mad at me and stuff. Even when I was younger, you know, a small kid, 5, 6 years old, when we lived in the country, my mom was constantly killing snakes because she didn't know she didn't know the difference between a venomous and a non-venomous. And even as a kid, it used to piss me off because I'd run over and pick them up regardless, and that's what she was afraid of. she was afraid that one day I was going to get bit and I was going to die, because when I would get bit, I usually wouldn't tell her because she'd worry and she'd freak the hell out, and she'd look for holes in my hand and puncture wounds, and she'd try to find the snake and then kill it, and it's not worth the battle. You know, if I'm going to die from a snake bite, I'm going to die from a damn snake bite. But here we have a male dubia. He is very skinny. I don't know why he's not eating. These do not make noise. The males do have wings, but they do not fly. They can kind of, they can flutter. They can kind of glide, but they can't really they can't fly away. Anyway, right here we have a. Oh, you're pregnant. Lovely. A very small, common female dubia. You can tell she's pregnant by the body. Look how thick that is. These things drop what's known as an urticaria, and they do give live birth. Dubias and hissing cockroaches both give live birth. And the urticaria, what it is it's pods that come out of the female in one long strand. And they're double-sided, so there's one on each side, and in the middle there's like a little pit that opens up, and the babies kind of pop out of these little individual cells. And when they come out, they kind of unloosen because they're in a tube. They flatten out, they kind of wiggle themselves off, and they're white for a couple of days. I got a tickle now. And it's actually cool to watch them do it. I even have a video on the channel of a couple babies hatching. I had 3 females that died, and I knew they were pregnant, so I forced the urticarias out of them. And I had like maybe 8 or 10 babies survive. The other ones weren't developed, but the females were dying, and there was nothing I could do to save them. But the coolest thing is, I have a mutant dubia. And these are not very common, but this is a mutant female dubia. Absolutely gorgeous. She can't breed, though. I have not got a baby out of her. I've had her for around 5-6 months now. And she's very weak. She's getting up there in age, and I don't see her living much longer. So I wish she could have a clutch, but she might very well. You guys see the pit right here in the middle? Maybe she's gonna drop me some. Maybe she's gonna drop me some babies. But I mean, dubias come in all kinds of colors. You see, this one is like almost pure black. She's got a little bit of yellow here and a little bit of yellow here, and then you have ones like this that are solid-bodied striped yellows, and then you have ones like these that are more the commons that are speckled. Not really. He's got more personality more than an attitude. He's still a big old baby. I have to get him out every day. I hold him every bit of 2 to 3 hours a day. I put him on his leash. I show him off to people. He is super happy. The little one now, she has a freaking attitude. She wants to bite everything. And I've actually got a scar, can't really see it very well, on my finger right here where she actually bit me. And yeah, my buddy got tagged and he didn't believe me that they had sharp teeth. Yeah, but the thing is with bearded dragons, a lot of people don't realize this, is they know they're omnivores. They eat, veggies and they eat insects, but at the same time, they're also cannibals and they're also very carnivorous and they love meat. And most people, they're like, oh, you shouldn't feed them meat. Well, in the wild, it's what they eat. These animals, their bodies are designed to process, meat and calcium and fur. There's actually a YouTuber who breeds dragons. I think it's like Rainbow Bearded Dragon or something on here. I can't remember the actual name, but he uploaded a video a few years ago. But he re-updated the video here recently, the last 4 or 5 months or so. I can't really remember. But where he made a video talking about this, where he had uploaded a video where he had showed that his bearded dragons would eat anything. And he threw a feeder anole in there with 2 of his females, and they killed it. And they ate it. He threw little fuzzy mice in there with them, and they killed them, and they ate them. And these things are not just little toys. These are freaking predators. These are things that need to hunt. Personally, I don't feed anything live other than insects. Insects get fed live. I give no shits. An insect is an insect, and I know it sounds dickish, but I mean, I don't feel as bad for the insects as I do for a mammal, or even a lizard or a snake. So, I mean, all my tarantulas and reptiles, they get fed their crickets and insects. Occasionally, I do feed my female a pinky, but it's a dead, frozen, thawed pinky, and they're very small. It's just enough to give her a protein boost, a calcium boost, and things like that. But most people, that's all they feed them is pinkies, and that's where you get into some dangerous territory, because you can actually make them become aggressive by feeding them pure meat like that. You have to throw up a variety. You have to give them veggies, you have to give them insects, and occasionally you give them meat. On a couple occasions, mine have gotten turkey and chicken, and they love it. And on the other occasion, mine have gotten pinkies. Now, big guy, he doesn't get anything outrageous. I don't want him, getting, messed up in the brain. He already wasn't fed greens. I have to force feed him greens. And he's just now finally taking food on his own, like crickets and things like that. Like I throw him in the tank and he'll walk around or he'll wait for them to come to him. But I mean, you got to work with them, and you got to realize that these animals are not just toys. They're not just little pets. These are animals that can do some damage to something smaller than them. Bitter dragons are notorious for being cannibalistic. Females will eat their young in the wild. They don't see them as babies. They see them as food. They see them as survival. So I mean, it is a big clash when it comes to keeping these things on what you feed them and how you keep them. And I've gotten a lot of heat for how I've told people I keep mine and how I feed them. And this is just how professional breeders have been doing it for years. I'm going to do exactly what a professional breeder does because they've managed to make a business and a career out of what they do. Their animals are fat, healthy, and survive. My animals are fat, healthy, and they survive. Now, occasionally I have had the occasional death that's due to rescues and things like that where there was nothing I could do. And then there is the occasional, what the fuck just happened? You were alive yesterday and you're confused. So I mean, it's just this whole hobby of YouTube and animals, man. It's a lot more difficult than people actually think it is. Like making videos is not simple at all. You can sit in front of a camera 4, 5, 6 hours like I do, and you make a 5 minute video. You can't even edit it because now your phone doesn't match your editor, and you don't have. There's no more on your phone that are compatible. And you can sit back and make 30 videos the exact same, and you have to delete 29 of those videos just to make that one that works. And it's rough. Every day I spend at least 2 hours in front of a camera. I mean, I'm always messing up. I'm trying to get stuff right. If I can't get it right, I delete the video, I redo it, try to do it again. And eventually what happens is most people, we just get flustered. We just get angry and we stop. I can't tell you how many videos over the last 5 years I've done doing YouTube videos where I've actually just said, fuck it, I'm done, I quit, I'm going to bed. And a lot of the videos I make, they're at night, and that's because the house is quiet. I don't have to worry about kids screaming or people yelling or the dog is upstairs going nuts because they gotta go to the bathroom. It's quiet. It's peaceful. And it's my time. What the hell is going on here? You guys see this white around this? What the hell? Is that dirt? Nope. Don't tell me I got ringworm on my face. That'd be freaking disgusting. I've never had ringworm. I've had pinworms when I was young. That was from well water. But I've never had. I don't think I've ever had ringworm. It better not be ringworm. Why didn't you guys tell me about this? This is weird. I thought the zit in the middle was bad. No, the whole circular area. So yeah, I think I've talked about it with you here. I'm going to be getting some new snakes here very soon to the channel, so I don't know if you subscribed or not. I used to be able to check everybody who subscribed. It used to throw me up a notification in my actual YouTube my notifications on YouTube. That such and such subscribe. Like my buddy Aaron Beck, he just subscribed. I have to read that again. I don't think I read that right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if people on YouTube, most of the higher up channels, they have the luxury of having, an expensive computer or, something like that to mess with. Now, people like me, such as me and Copperhead Junkie, which is another YouTuber who has had 0 subscribers at the beginning of the year, but has soared up to 670 subscribers, and he has half the videos and half the time on his channel like I do. But he has good videos. They're not the greatest quality videos, but they're good educational videos. And the kid's making it. He's got edited videos. They're not perfect edited. They're not like high YouTuber, but they're amateur YouTube editor. And he's doing absolutely amazingly. And then I sit back and look at my 5 years on YouTube and going, what the fuck happened? Where I've got 400 plus subscribers, and I'm not anywhere where I really should be, but I haven't put the effort into it like most people do. And that's where I kind of get at it a lot with people. And it's awesome to see his channel grow though, man. Like I love it. I absolutely that's exactly what I want. Exactly. These animals are pets. Granted, they will be used for the breeding in the future, but if that never happens, it never happens. I'm not looking just to do that. I treat every animal as if it's a member of the family. Everything gets handled except some of the tarantulas because they're a little bitey. And even a certain couple of animals that I have are very pissy animals, but they still get handled. They still get fed. They're cleaned. I don't have any underweight animals. All my animals are fat, healthy. Hell, I could take you upstairs right now. Actually, I can't because it's dark. And I got the cameras and Dad's probably watching the flashlight. I go, what the fuck, I'm blinding. But I have the 2 red tails upstairs. And that's where all the snakes have went, except for the 2 corn snakes, the 2 garter snakes, and the juvenile, the adult female garter snake that I have, which is very biting. Sadly, not anymore. I did have a male OBT for a while, but he ended up passing away. And I every animal that I have that dies, I put into the freezer. I have a buddy. What he does is he preserves them, and he goes out and he has formaldehyde and shit like that. And he preserves them and he uses them as educational pieces. So all the dead reptiles and tarantulas that I've had happen in the collection over the last year or so. They're all in the freezer, and he's like, whenever you get like 50 or so, man, which I don't ever want to reach 50. I think I've got like 15 in there, and that's most of those are due to rescues that failed, and there was nothing I could do. And others have been like confusing passings, like you were alive yesterday and you were fine yesterday, and why are you gone today? But he takes them and he puts them in formaldehyde and he uses them as educational pieces. He takes them and he gives them to local schools and things like that. So I got to get these off to him. No, I don't have to get 50 and give it to him. He doesn't want to get any more than 50 because he doesn't want to have too much. Because it's not really a high commodity to buy, dead animals, and that's why most of them he gives away to schools and stuff like that for the science departments, which I'm absolutely for. If these animals can get a second life, that is absolutely fine with me. If it can educate some kid in a year from now, I mean, I will be absolutely down for that. So I mean, it's rough to open the freezer and go, yep, there's a bag of dead things. It's just I don't like doing that, and it disturbs the hell out of me because these are pets, these are animals I care about. But at the same time, like I said, they're going to be getting a second life, which is even better for them than just being thrown on the ground and becoming nutrients for grass. It's going to get cut in a week, and after about a year, it's useless. So I mean, it's rough. But yeah, the OBT male, yeah, he passed away, and he's actually right here in a cup. I had to take out the alcohol though. I had to replace it, and I've had him out dry for a little while. But he's been drying out for about 2 days now. Take that back, his leg just came off. Oh, that is rough with the alcohol smell to it. But yeah, he's in here, drying out now. Oh. Now the thing is, if you do animals and alcohol, which I've done one here, the color changes. This was 100% clear, and this is just like all kinds of excess goo and stuff. And oh, that's disgusting. That reeks. That's bad. Tarantulas, man, and spiders, they rot differently from everything else, man. Bugs just overpowering odors. Much better. But I don't know. She's mad that I put her back in here. Yes, very stinky. Even little spiders, like just like a little spider, if it's been dead for a couple of hours, the process of a spider, of an insect dying, they break down so much faster than something that's actually made of meat. Most of them are just fluid-filled animals. Spiders don't have bones; they have an exoskeleton. Spiders move by pushing fluids into their legs, and it is absolutely fascinating to watch the science of this. If you actually sit back and think about how fascinating, the evolution is with these guys. That there's no bones, there's no real brain. It's just all instincts. And the fact that they push liquids into their arms to move, and their fluid-filled sacs, and all their freaking organs are in their butt, it's amazing. And the fact that a freaking 4-inch spider can lay up anywhere from 300 to 400 to even 1,000 eggs, depending on the species of spider, it's absolutely fascinating how far they can grow. And I do believe if every spider in the world wanted to, it could wipe out humanity. Every spider in the world could wipe out the entire human existence in about 2 years. There's like 200 billion spiders on the entire planet. That's just known. That's the rough estimate, which I believe there's a lot more than that, since I don't believe every single species of spider, let alone tarantula or true spider, have been discovered. Just like there's so many animals out here nowadays, they're like, oh my god, what is that? I don't know what that is. And they just keep finding new shit. So, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Which, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting out the garter snake because I had to force feed her last night. The problem with the garter snake is she was a wild rescue. Well, she wasn't. She's a wild snake, but she's also a rescue that I've been having to work with. Oh yeah, she's got a nice little fatty lump inside of her. Is that a mite on your nose? No, it's a piece of dirt. Okay, gotta keep an eye on. But I got her from a buddy of mine. He went and rescued her. She was very underweight, very malnourished, and she was actually stuck in a soccer net. And the people had been gone for a couple of days, and they sent him over there to feed the dogs and let them out every day, and he never went over and noticed it. And then one day the dogs started barking, and the garter snake was wrapped up in it. Like, she was nuts. No, not her. My bad. This is the one where the dogs attacked her. That's my bad. Jesus Christ. Fuck, that was not even the right snake. What was that? What snake was it? I can't even remember now. I'm I've messed with so many animals over the last year. I can't keep my animals together, and it's kind of bugging me. Don't bite me. Ah, chill, 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 chill. This is my life now. She's got a bit of damage on her nose, so you can see where the dogs messed her tail up pretty good. Don't you poop on me. Garter snakes, I've learned, have this notorious underbelly scale underbelly scale issue where the scales just they mess up. They do that false strike where they throw their head to the side. Wild garter snakes are notorious. Ow! 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 No, I didn't really. Okay, that hurt. That hurt. Holy shit, that hurt. Ow! Look, dude, it tore the skin. What the fuck kind of tooth was that? I'm bleeding. Another cool little fact I'm gonna grab her by the head because that one kind of stung a little bit. Garter snakes are venomous snakes. People don't realize this, but they're a species of rear fang snake. They don't have your conventional viper venom where they inject it into you with two big fangs. Ow, Jesus Christ, that burns. She got me with those teeth. Yeah, I definitely figured out how to bite. In the back of their mouth, I don't believe I can open her mouth to show you guys very well. You can't see them very well. They're locked up like a normal set of fangs. In the back, they have two ribbed teeth, almost like sharp teeth. They're shark teeth. They're serrated teeth. And they have venom inside their saliva like a Komodo dragon. And what they do is when they bite their prey, I can actually feel the venom in my finger. It burns and tickles a little bit. I mean, look at the blood. Look at it. Just look. You can't really see it. Yeah, right there. That's where she got me the first time. Is that where she got me the first? Yeah. Oh, did she get me? No, she got me there and there. See, the brain's gone. But what they do is you can actually see the venom kind of building up. Maybe right here. Let's see if I can't wipe it off. No, I can't wipe it off. But the venom is mixed with their saliva and it actually paralyzes small rodents, frogs, and worms. Because I've watched the little baby garter snakes actually paralyze worms, and it's adorable. It's creepy and sad at the same time, but it's still adorable. But when they bite their prey, they work their way up onto it to get these back teeth. And if she does it again, if I let her get me again, and she actually goes full hog on a bite, I'll let you guys see. I hope she's not gonna regurgitate. It's too far down. But if she goes full hog on a bite, I'll show you what I'm talking about, which I'm actually kind of hoping she does, which more than likely she will, because she likes to bite. Ow! Okay. Yeah, that's full finger in the mouth. I'm gonna pin you. Ow! Ow! I'm not letting you get those fangs into this finger. Look, you can see the saliva, maybe. Ow! My finger is soaked in it. That's all venom saliva. If she gets here, I'll let her. She gets a finger, that shit ain't happening. Those things are like razor. Chill. They're also known as the Indiana false cobra, because when they get mad, they'll stand up and they'll throw their neck out and they'll flatten out, and it's chill. Good lord, this has got to be the meanest garter snake I have ever handled in my entire life. 15 plus years of messing with reptiles, and you're gonna bite that finger again. This has got to be the meanest looking little garter snake. Here we go. Watch her. Look at her. See how she look? Oh, you saw it for a split second there. You could see it. Ah! She got the other one in me. But you can see it. See it right there? Right there. Right there. It comes out right here. And they work their way on to their prey. Ow. Come on, you're going to break your jaw being... Oh, God, let go. Ah! He's biting again. God, your snake is nuts. But I keep going back to this. They work their way onto their prey, and as they bite down, they dig those teeth in, and it just cuts open pockets into your blood veins, and that's how they get the venom into you. Stop it. I want to be friends. Stop it. Let's see if we can't see the fang pop out. Oh, there it is. No, that's the thing, man. I have been bit by so many animals over the years. This doesn't bother me. I'm trying to get it to where you can see the fangs. I wish I had a secondary light. I do have a secondary light down here. Where is my other big light? Oh, she got him in. She got that side in. That side is confirmed in. You can't see the teeth either. Oh, it sucks so bad. But no, I don't get mad at him because I know, one, she's a wild caught animal. She's not a juvenile. My juveniles don't even bite me. But this girl is nuts. And when the animal bites me, I know I personally messed up. I know it's nothing that the animal has done. It is me. I messed with them when I wasn't supposed to. They aren't in the mood for it. And if it's a wild animal, this is the risk you take when you play with this. You know, you risk getting a bite. And that's why when they bite me, I don't let it. She's when she gets a hold of me, she's content. Fucking Mariah Carey up in this bitch. There we go. See, look. And after a while, she'll just let go. If she's not stuck. Ow, let me help you. Look at the bite radius on her mouth, dude, it's nuts. But after a while, she'll bite me so much that my hand will actually start to tingle. And actually, when I first got her, she bit me about 35 times in the first hour that I had her. And within 2 hours, my hand actually swelled up twice the size of my left hand. So the venom can be potent to people, but it's not going to kill you. You won't even go into anaphylactic shock with this. It's such a mild venom. It's weak completely. Exactly. But this is the thing, like I said, you know, I do this, I know the risks I'm taking with my animals when I pick them up. Every animal has the potential to bite. With my collection, you'll be more likely to get bit by my dog than you will any of my other animals. And I'm talking about reptile bite. Yeah, I can feel it burning all through here. But yeah, look at that. Look at the bite radius now. It's so cool. But she's such a pretty snake. But you'll get bit more likely by my dog than you will anything in my collection animal-wise. We cool? We good now? Huh? Ah, wasn't fast enough. Nope. This is a pickle. Tickles. Quit it. I'm ticklish there. Hey, what's up, Parasite? Good to see you're on. Dude, it is late as shit, or is it early? It's early as hell for you, isn't it? You're in Britain. You're in Britain, my dude. And you come into a snake bite. So, yeah, my hand is burning with this one, and I think mainly it's like a paper cut burn. That's what I give it to. Yeah, a love bite. Yeah, let's go with that. More like let me go, or I'm. Swear to God, you were just hissing for a second there. She went to. The snake, man, like a. I'm over exaggerating, guys. Just for you. I'm so bloody now. Look at this. Oh my God, this girl, she tears me up every time I get her out, but she's such a good snake. Regardless of this, I want to work with her, and sadly, the only way I will ever be able to actually hold her and handle her normally is if I take the bites. Ah! Oh! Fucking hell, man. Ugh. Buddha. Hey, you have some shed under there. Can I? Not happening. Come on. Chill. She's so evil. With snakes like this, even aggressive, store-bought snakes, or, not wild-caught, captive bred snakes, you have to do this. This is what it takes. Eventually, what she'll learn, as long as I have her out, she'll learn that she can bite me all she wants, but I'm not going to let her go. And there, for the first few months that I had her, she would only ever false strike me. She wouldn't actually bite me after the first month or so that I had her. And then I kind of just... yeah, the fang just dove right in my hand. The first month that I had her, that's all she ever wanted to do was bite. But pretty much after that, the bite stopped. She realized I'm not a threat, and she can't hurt me. So, I mean, that's how I feel it as. But God, my hand is burning now. And she can obviously hurt me, but it's not the level of hurting that anything else could put on me. A tarantula bite hurts a lot worse than her bite. And yes, I am saying your... this is going to be stupid. I'm going to risk a bite on the finger. I'm going to poop her nose. But I mean, she's adorable. She's absolutely a fascinating reptile. And as I said, look at the belly scales on these things. They're always messed up. Every wild garter... close. Every wild garter snake that I have, the belly scales are messed up, even in captive bred ones, which is weird. Which I'm looking to... I can't release her into the wild. She has some sort of neurological issue. She doesn't strike food like a normal snake. She'll actually strike over it and under it or beside it. She never looks exactly at it. I actually have to put it in her mouth. And then she eats. God, that finger hurts where she... Ha! Not quick enough on the fingers. Boop. Quit it! That's what I see it as. But I mean, she's messed up in the head. And these dogs, they whacked her around quite a bit, and they did some damage to her. She has a couple busted ribs I can feel inside of her that have... I'm just trying to scratch my finger. Chill out. Thank you. So, I mean, I can't really let her go. Even though I really want to, I don't want to risk it. So, I'm hoping at some point I can get me a male. Beginning of the year, I am going to end of this year. I'm going once cold weather starts coming, I'm going to brewmate her like a garter snake does. I'm hoping to get a male. Dude, she is messing me up. These bites are going in pretty deep. I'm actually itching, which is a symptom of the bites. Even blood on the knuckles up here. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. I resemble it as a paper cut. As soon as she gets free, this is all she wants to do. This is my life now. See how she works on? See how she moves her head? Now she's messed up. Now she opened her mouth too far and she's trying to get off. Now she's going back in. It's fucking itchy. It's so itchy. It's like playing with tarantula hairs. If you've ever had urticating hairs in your hands, oh my god, this is what it feels like. Another cool fact about garter snakes that most people don't realize is they actually will diamond out their head to look venomous, even more venomous than they actually are. They'll kind of try to make themselves look like a penny. Not a penny. Ow, get the fang out of me, you little turd. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, look, you can see it. You can just barely see the fang. Right there. No, open that mouth back up. You want to bite me this whole night? We're going to open it up now. You're going to show the world those pretty thingies. Come on. Right there. Still can't see him. Damn it. But I mean, they flatten their head out and they turn to look like a spade, which is notorious for venomous snakes. Those pits on the back of their head make them look like they have a spade head. I'm actually going to grab your head for a second. You're going to bite me the first chance you get again. Don't go for the fingers. Don't go for the fingers. Please, not the fingers. Please, not the fingers. I'm going to drag you over here real quick. Yeah, come over here. Yeah, there we go. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Back over here. How about over here? Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So it's cool how they do that. Like I said, they're also venomous. That people don't really know that they're venomous. It's not going to kill you. Just for no reason. Just for no fucking reason. It's not even a reasonable bite. It's like okay. It makes no fucking sense. Ow! She's got the fangs dug in. Look, I'm even going to fully let go. Any rational snake would let go. Ooh! Okay, that's not a joke. That fucking hurt. Look at the blood coming out now. That's when the fangs get in. That's when the real venom starts to set in with these guys. But it's amazing how these animals survive. It's amazing the color. I don't know. She's like a 3-stripe, I do believe. Or she's a 3-stripe and a checkered. She doesn't even, this is not her color. This is like, off camera, she's green and blue and orange and white. On camera, she looks like a stale brown. But she's not, which is weird. But the fact that they have venom and the way they bite, now look at all the blood. Now it's getting real with those teeth. That's when the fangs dig you. Like I said, they tear you open. Whenever it comes to the fangs, it comes to the fact that they pit their heads out like a... Exactly, it is just a thing to do for her, with her. But, they have the fangs, they have the pits that they do, they flatten their head out, and they'll actually push air back that way, and they'll flatten their mouth out to make it look like they have a spade head to be, venomous and to be feared. And that is a common garter snake tactic. I find garter snakes constantly that do that, and it's actually really, really comical and cute. I don't like her biting my left hand very much, though. The right hand I don't care about, but the left hand is just weirder. And the fact that they will actually flatten out like a cobra, and they will periscope up out of the grass. Garter snakes, you can see them in a field if you lay down, and you have a pair of binoculars. Because what they do is they'll sit in large groups. Garter snakes are very communal, and people don't realize this. During the summertime, during the wintertime, if you find the den, garter snakes in an area have one den. And this is a 20-mile area. They'll have one den that they go to. And there will be hundreds of thousands of garter snakes. It's called a snake pit. And if you've ever seen, a house full of snakes, or if you've ever seen the videos where people are on there and they're complaining about the smell, or they'll have a video and they're in the middle of the field and there's just this pile of breeding, snakes. That's a shit ton of males on a couple of females. And that's straight up out of brumation. That's as soon as they wake up. Males are on the hunt for females. There's not even any time to warm up. In fact, garter snakes are one of the very few snakes that I've ever seen out in the wild in the wintertime. Garter snakes are notorious for being out in the winter and actually coming through the snow. That's some freaky stuff. That's the main time I catch my garter snakes, is I actually follow the trails. And see, now she's kind of calmed down a bit. So I mean, garter snakes, they're absolutely amazing pets. I don't really want to put her up, but my hands are starting to really burn. Let me try to grab the babies here. But as you can see now, she's calmed down. She's not too bitey, which is the best part. This should be a possible fun upload if I get to upload to YouTube. So these are juveniles. These are just from the beginning of the year or less. First off, we have the exact same breed as her. This is a common 3-stripe. Come here, you little shit. They're like little night crawlers, man. They're so wily. I don't want to hurt you. Come on, I only have one. You're going to come back this way. Fine, go this way where you have nothing to grab onto. Here we go. Oh, the fucking tail. Here is just a little common baby 3-stripe. Exact same color pattern as this one. Is a very common one, actually. This little guy doesn't bite at all. He loves to eat night crawlers and guppies. Absolutely gorgeous little one. This was the first baby garter snake that I owned. This one was actually a rescue also. But I've had him so long that I don't believe he can survive on his own. And this one was actually a gift, and it was bought offline. And this is a checkered garter snake. It's a yellow-bodied checkered garter snake. Absolutely gorgeous. 3-stripe. I do believe it's a 3-stripe checkered. And as you see, he looks a lot different from this female, body-wise. Get back in there, you little turd. This one is more of the wily type. I haven't done much with him, but look at the pattern. Definitely a checkered. Absolutely stunning. What are you doing? Get back in there. No. Shit. No. Chill. They're still long, though, as juvies. Get back in. Oh, you pooped on me. You little... Oh, you dirty little poop. You dirty little pooper. And all snakes musk, by the way. Even great big freaking Burmese pythons, reticulated. Ah! I just thought about that as soon as she moved her head there. I'm like, what am I going to do? What happens when you have a snake like this? You just got to slowly work your way up. And you have to pull as you work your way up. And then once you get right here, pinch their jaws. Their mouth automatically opens, and you are back to copacetic. Oh, that one tickled a little, man. I hate when she gets the fingers. The fingers hurt so bad. So, Jess, it's not funny. Quit being a bully. That's mean. Don't laugh at my misfortunes, even though I'm being the idiot and actually taking this and enjoying every second of it. Look at this. But I have learned that with garter snakes, they are communal. I do keep my juveniles together. I don't keep them with her because she'll eat them. Even at her size, she'll eat night crawlers. And I have fed her night crawlers in the past, and thankfully my blood's coagulating. And that's the fresh bite. It is very fucking hilarious. I'm not mad at anybody for laughing at these videos. And these are the kind of videos I like, because I can sit back, I can get bit, and I can pretty much keep all my facts together. And if you look right here, this is... Don't you fucking do it. This right here is the broken rib section I was talking about. She doesn't eat food very well. She is very sassy and very attitudistic. Like I said, I've never even come... No. Oh, she went from the couch. I was reading your comments, you buttholes. Oh, ow. She was right on here and I was pulling her mouth off. She just turned and swallowed my finger. But, if you guys want to see something really cute, I do have a video that I uploaded last night of me feeding my baby corn snake, and she actually locked onto my finger, and I labeled it wrong pinky, and she's absolutely stunning. She is swallowing my pinky. She's got it all the way up to here. She's a beautiful little snake. I love her to death. Corn snakes have been, corn snakes have been at the center of my life since I was very young. The first snake that I ever owned was a corn snake. The first one I ever owned was actually a wild-caught corn snake. And it was a big old female, and sadly she ended up getting out, well, not sadly, thankfully she got out and she managed to get away. We ended up finding her the next day. She was under some bricks outside of my house, so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna let her go. She's wild anyway, she wants me gone. This was about 5 years old. And after that, I've had a few corn snakes that I've ended up getting rid of, but one of them, she stuck with me for 12 years. This is my baby girl Rose, the longest snake I've ever owned in my life. She's just so near and dear to my heart. She's the biggest freaking sweetheart. She's 6+ feet long. She's a huge corn snake. Um, and now I have a corn snake collection. Yeah. I have one I do believe. Don't do it. She'll do this. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about, her neurological issue. Look how she sits. This is. There's no reason to sit like this whatsoever, and she'll sit like this. I've never had a garter snake do this before, other than her. So, like I said, I do believe she has some sort of brain issue. But I've got the 2 juvenile garter snakes right here. I've got the 2 upstairs, which I'm pretty sure one of the big ones that I have, the red one. If you guys have seen the red corn snake that I have, I do believe it is a rat snake, and I do believe I labeled it as possible hybrid. I do believe it's a corn snake and a rat snake. Which if that's the thing, I probably won't breed her. I do want to hybridize some animals, and I will do a hybrid video, possibly at some point with corn snakes. But other than that, I don't plan on it very much. Either that or she's a red rat snake, and she's got the strike pattern of a rat snake. So if you guys have ever seen a rat snake, stand up, they stand up so ridiculously. It's like 3 or 4 coils, and they're right at the top, ready to strike 1.5 feet. Corn snakes just kind of pull their head back and they do like 1 coil of, they're ready. Rat snakes, they go up. And if you guys saw the red-tailed green rat snake I had before he sadly passed away, you guys will see the S pattern when I made the video on him, and you'll see the video on her when I upload it too. And right now I'm also fostering two more corn snakes. They're a breeding pair, male and female, proven breeders. Had a clutch hatch about 2 weeks ago. And the owners, they really don't want them. And I'm like, well, if you don't want them, I'll take them. I'll buy them off you. I'll give you $50 for the pair. And they're like, no, we're okay. And I'm like, you don't want them. You gave them to me to fucking take care of because they don't want them eating live food, which I completely agree with that. But you don't have to feed them live. You can do what I do with some of my snakes and bonk the rat in the head, and it's dead. And most people don't like doing that. Most people have a heart. I don't, apparently. There's nothing here. All the cholesterol just ate it away. It's gone. I don't even eat bacon. That's the worst part. All the cholesterol, I don't eat pork or bacon. I don't like it. But they wanted me to get him on eating frozen thawed, and they're like, we've tried 5 or 6 times in the past and it's never worked. Literally, have these guys one day, fed them the next day. Actually, that night I fed them. Each one of them had 2 hopper mice that were frozen thawed right off the tongs. Had no issues. You talking to me or the snake? Who's biting? I'll catch you later, Jess. Do more commenting. I need this kind of encouragement, man. I think I'm gonna start doing more lives now than I will actual videos. I think these are more fun actually because I can actually interact with you guys instead of going, oh, well, I got 42 views on a video and no asshole commented. Time to make another useless video. You guys gotta help. You gotta give me some feedback. Don't do it. Why? Let go. Let go. Let. If the snake's biting you, good way to get it off. Pinch the jaws right there. You done? I think you're done. Famous words of a dead man. But I like the encouragement I get from reading your guys' comments on the channels itself when I just do normal videos. I also love the live videos where I read your guys' comments. There's very few people that come onto these lives. In fact, I do believe this is the max amount of people I've had on live for a very long time. That's mainly because I don't live very much, because if I mess up or if I... She mussed me. See the little white streak? Yeah, she pooped on me. If I do... Don't bite the forearm. Don't bite the forearm. Don't do it. If I do a live stream and people comment... I hope she's done. I really do. My hands are starting to hurt, and she's getting blood on her at this point, so I have to wipe that off, and... There we go. But I like being able to actually interact with you guys, and that's kind of why whenever I would do Meet Me live streams, I loved it. I would do my animal videos on Meet Me also, just to kind of get, advertising for the channel and let people know that I'm out here doing this, and, kind of educate people on an app meant for people to just, do things on. And I wasn't on there for that reason. I was on there because 1, I could go live, 2, I could educate people, and 3, I could get my channel out there. And I got a few dozen subscribers from Meet Me, and I actually have a few people that I still talk to that are, valid subscribers that I actually got from Meet Me. I'm just gonna let her chew. From Meet Me, and they're really cool people. So I don't have Meet Me anymore for reasons, because I don't want to get in trouble by my girl. So yeah, she's got some shed stuck on her or something. It's like secondary scales. It's weird. It's like she wants a scale rot underneath her. You guys see this shit? I think that is scale rot. Are you serious? That's what's going on with you. You have scale rot. Let me know what you guys think. You think that's scale rot? I've never just seen it on the underbelly before on a snake. This weird little line down the belly too. Even the babies have this. Ow, you gonna let go and stop anytime soon, or are you just gonna keep nomming on me? I'm gonna make a video where I'm just gonna give like a damn video completion where she's just nomming me, and it's gonna be called nom 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 nom. You can actually see the swelling that's going on from the bites. That's the venom working through. See what I'm talking about? A neurological problem. What do you guys think? Should I release her? Honestly, with your guys' opinion, I mean, would you want to release her with this kind of issue? Because I mean, the biting isn't an issue. I give two shits about the biting, but the fact that she was just doing that, I mean, she doesn't seem like she's using her head. I mean, she's using her mouth, so she's using her head. But you know what I mean. I mean, look at how she just flops over. This is what a dead garter snake looks like. I mean, I don't. And I feel safer knowing that she's alive and being taken care of here. But I have to get some shit to clean her up with. If that's scale rot, she'll die from it. Scale rot will kill her, and if she has scale rot, being a wild caught snake, it can transfer to everything in my collection and cause everyone to die. And I don't want that. I've got some beautiful animals. That shed live long she is? What are you talking about, dude? Or that shed live longer? Oh. Oh, my bad, dude. I was reading that all fucked up. I was like I was like think shed live long she will live longer where she is. Yeah, I think she will too. I mean, the sad part is, like I said, I have to put the food in her mouth, and if that doesn't work, I actually have to force feed her. But I mean, if you look at her tail, I mean, look what these dogs are to it, man. It's rough. I think it's getting actually worse. So you're coming off of substrate. I think I'm gonna take you away from moisture and see what happens. I've got her just in this small tub, a small little um, display case. It's like 1.5 feet long by 7-8 inches. So she doesn't need a whole lot of room. And I'm taking her off of substrate because I'm worried about that. That's why a lot of my animals, they stick on straight newspaper. I don't like putting them in wet substrate like EcoEarth. Don't poop on me. If you poop on me, I'm gonna make a belt out of you. I don't care. I'll make a belt that. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh, do it. No balls. Oh my god. Thank God she didn't bite me. Holy shit, I don't know what I would have done. And as you see, she's kind of stopped biting. So, man, I think I'm gonna put her up because she's just. I mean, but as you see, she's. Don't do it. Don't. I'm gonna open the finger so you can crawl through. But you see, she's sort of calmed down. She's not as bitey as when I first got her out. Oh god. But I'm gonna get you to a vet and get you checked out. I'll let you guys know what she says. But I'll probably not be able to do that for like another month or so till I actually get a good paycheck from Walmart if I get back to work there finally. But yeah, her mouth looks fine. She's mite free. Just doing a quick little check on her, make sure I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. And you look pretty good. I do have an African egg-eating snake, and it has mites. I got 2 ball pythons that were given to me from a breeder. He didn't want to breed them, so he gave them to me, and one of them had mites, and I introduced them. Yes, Walmart. I am an ex-Walmart employee. I know the business. I know everything, and it is honestly the highest paying job in my local area. Do I really want to work at the Walmart since it's called the freaking Beach Grove Brawl happened there? That fucking famous video of the 2 fat whales fighting in the fucking shampoo aisle, and the one told their son to kick the other bitch in the head. No, I don't want to work there. Yeah, I got fired on some bullshit. Let's put it that way. My department manager absolutely hated me because I wouldn't take any of her bullshit. And probably doesn't help that I didn't care what she said and I just did my job how I was supposed to. But the fact that she would just disappear in the bins, you know, all day. She'd be there early in the morning, she was like there 6 to 3 is what she would say she'd be, which she never was. She'd be in the back bins the first 3 or 4 hours I was at work and just hide, not do anything on the floor, wouldn't do anything at all. I don't blame you. I don't even really want to go back, man, but I need a paycheck. I got animals and they need to be taken care of. And all the local jobs around me, they're not hiring. It's like even Kroger's. It's like I have stocking experience. I have customer service. I have produce training. And they're like, no, sorry, we don't need anybody. And I'm like, okay, so the 45 people that work there, they don't know their fucking job. You're gonna let them work there. But okay. But yeah, it's just I'm actually feeling the venom. Managers are dickheads. Like if you don't fall into the category of a obedient thing, they tend to treat you like shit, and that's where I have my most fun. She open doored me. My department manager open doored me one day because I forgot to put shit from the risers onto the floor. From the high top shelf that it says "Do not reach" to the shelves. She took me to the manager's office to open door my ass because I forgot to do one thing. Bear in mind, during a day, in one day I had over 76 customers come into the toy department alone, while I had to also work and keep zoned toys, sporting goods, lawn and garden, pets, and crafts. Yeah, I ran 5 departments by myself for 6 to 7 hours a day. So, I mean, I was an overachiever. I did everything. I would literally walk 10 to 15 miles a day. I was down to 220 pounds. And I hate the bins, dude. Like I said, she would go back there for hours and just hide on her phone and be in the lunchroom with people, or she'd be back there in the bins. Oh, I'm checking stock. It's like, bitch, you did that yesterday. We haven't got a truck yet. You know there's nothing. Or it's like, we just got a truck. You know how many items are there. You know how many items are here yesterday. You know I didn't bring anything out last night. You know the number hasn't changed. And she'd always just sit there and stare at her fucking phone. She's like, oh, I'm on my tails. And I'm like, show me the screen. It's Facebook. It's just, she hated me. I hated her. And the sad part is, before I got canned, I was actually going to become the department manager of toys because they were going to kick her ass. And they were going to throw her out of the store. And sadly, I ended up getting an extra point, even though I worked 6 months, which if you worked at Walmart, you know you have to work there 6 months, and then your 6 points changes. It inerts itself. You get out, like, when you first start Walmart, you get like 4 points, 4 or 5 points when you first start Walmart, and then once you're there for like 2 or 3 months, after that it changes, and after 6 months of working at Walmart, it changes up to like 6 or 9 points you have to get before you can actually be open doored and fired, or be spoken to about it. And I was 16 days past my 6 months, and they fired me for my 6 points being, full. They didn't even tell me. Got to work, went to swap my card. Nothing. My freaking card, my money card wasn't even working. They shut my fucking money off, dude, and that really upset me. And yeah, they fired me without telling me. And it was the manager that didn't like me, Steven. Steven hated me, and I hated Steve. He took Southern to a whole new fucking level with the way he talked. He had such the longest, ridiculous, like condescending Southern drawl. Like you just wanted to jump up and hit his 7-foot ass. Dude, oh, you're in Texas, man. Whew. Well, I don't know, I feel like Texas would be a better place to live than Indiana. Warm weather, beautiful people, beautiful place. A lot of hogs though, which I love to hog hunt. So, yeah, I don't like bacon. I don't like pork, but I love to hunt hogs. I mean, I eat the ones I kill anyway. Even though I don't really care for bacon and things like that, I still, I give them to local. I don't. What am I talking about? I don't give them. Fucking talking out of my ass now. The hogs that I have had, let me rephrase that. Those are freaking delicious though. Oh, my brain is so freaking fired right now. The sad part is, here in Indiana, you tell me about it. What freaking heat index of what 101 or 110 up there? I mean, down there. I mean, come on. Highest it's ever been here, I think, was a maximum of 116 degrees. And during that time, I was doing masonry work, and I was working until the job was done. And yeah, I had heat stroke, passed out, smashed my head off a couple of bricks, and nobody called an ambulance. They just walked over and just, looked at me for 30 minutes. I'm blacked out. I'm gone. And they're just looking at me going, K, you alive? Amigo. They're kicking me in the side, and I'm 30 minutes I laid there. I could have died. They didn't want to call the they didn't want to call the the ambulance. But it was rough. I can't deal with extreme heat like that though, man. Here it's 95. I walk outside and it's like, God damn, I'm going back inside where the air conditioner is. And y'all got some big ass bass down there in Texas though. And the alligator gar. Oh my god. I actually hold an Indiana record right now for the longest long nosed gar. It was like 4'9" is what my long nosed gar was. I have a video of it up here. It's absolutely amazing. First gar I ever caught, state record immediately. One before me was like 4'3", and mine was like a couple inches bigger than that. So I was like, yeah, dude. But I'd love to catch an alligator gar. You know, there's just something about them, man. I don't know, every time I think of Texas, I just think of backwoods people, and it's like I'm like thinking I just keep forgetting that there's cities and there's towns and there's yuppies, and I'm just like, it's not all country down in Texas. Not everybody's the same. It's like up here, you walk up to Indiana, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be country people, and you got white trash girls running everywhere, and it's like, oh my god, what is that? Oh, excuse me, apologize, sir. But it was definitely gonna be the longest live stream I've ever done. So sadly, my dude, I'm gonna have to pop off here. I need to get some sleep. I gotta get up early in the morning. I do believe it's like 4 o'clock in the morning here now. Wasn't, dude, 100% me too. Redneck through and through. Not white trash, redneck. There is a fucking difference. People don't realize that. And I'm not the sleep with your cousin kind of redneck either that people want to think, all rednecks are. People want to sit back and talk about stereotypes. That's a fucking stereotype. Yeah. Same to you, bro. Good chat. Don't forget to comment on videos, man. Stay up to date on this stuff, man. I love to talk to you guys. I love talking to my subscribers. I appreciate everybody. Bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.